Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever time you are going to be watching this video at Up the Reds TV with me, Andy Cambe. So, 2.5 weeks and we are back. Okay, let's get straight into it. So, obviously, we play Everton tomorrow. I will be at the game. I'm looking forward to it. I'll be in the upper Annie, probably with the blue noses just below me, I think, if my memory serves me right when I last had a look at the ticket. So, let's get to it. Arne Slot. He's certainly been away, hasn't he, for the 2.5 weeks or less than that. His tan's nearly as good as mine. Old Arne there, he tans well, doesn't he, for a Dutch fella? So let's get to it. His press conference was asked about Trent, batted that one away nice and easy. Said, look, Trent's injured. He's just focusing on getting fit. He's nothing really much to say about that. He mentioned Virgil and Mo. It's been the same throughout the 8-9 months that he's been doing the job. So yeah, no distraction at all. Fully focused on getting himself sorted out. Obviously, there was a lot of noise made about Trent in the international break that he's agreed to join Real Madrid, although nothing from his party, nothing from Liverpool, and nothing from his suitors, Real Madrid. But I think we can all agree that it's 99.9% agreed, unless he's made a dramatic U-turn. And if he has, he's made the U-turn and he's staying at he's going to stay at Liverpool. But we will wait and see. But most of the pundits are saying that he will be on his way, and probably when the league title's wrapped up, it might get announced, whichever way. Okay, let's not divulge too much on his situation and that of Virgil's or Mo. Arne was interesting in that assumption that he mentioned the Newcastle game, how disappointed he was with the performance, and how disappointed he was losing to PSG first time in the knockout stage of the Champions League. And he said he was glad to be involved in that game. It's a good learning curve for him. It's his first time in Champions League at that level, so I think it'll bode him well for next season when we're back in the competition. But he gave a lot of praise again to Newcastle, and rightly so, because we were absolutely rubbish in that final, and it was his first final, so it probably left him with a bit of taste in his mouth. So journalists asked him, what has he done to get the lads geared up? Well, nothing really in my eyes, because they had international break, and I know some of them have had 4 or 5 days off in between as well. So the likes of Ryan, who's fit and he's been training. Ali's been fine. The Connor's been training for a few days. So yeah. That all looks well. There's only obviously Trent out, and Joey still doing a bit as well. So let's see what happens in the next 4 or 5 days. He was asked about the game. He said that he would have acted differently, but also he doesn't think that he will ever see another, is it eight minutes of decisions in the final part of the game go against his team, his side. So obviously he's still reeling from that 2-2 draw, and obviously he got sent off, didn't he, and served his match ban. But he said that our players will get a reaction at Anfield tomorrow, because every tackle every perfect pass will be cheered on by our supporters, and not however many thousands were at Goodison Park. So so he's looking for a different reaction in that game. So we will have to be on song now. We needed a break as well. As I say, us Reds that go and watch Liverpool play. I think the break was good for us as well. We can recharge our batteries. We're probably getting too emotional in the last two games, obviously, that we got beaten. And although it was a long break, and I was moaning a lot because I don't watch international football. It doesn't interest me at all. And I was moaning a lot, when's it going to finish? It's ages away. But with hindsight, when you look at it, it's been a bit of a blessing in disguise for us fans, the players, and probably Arne and his coaching staff as well, because they probably needed a break as well, because it has been a intensive 4 months of football that they played and we watched. So yeah. He said he's looking forward to the next 9 games. The players are fresh. Some have had breaks, some have played, which is good. He thinks that they are very important games. I wouldn't call them cup finals now. He mentioned that we had 3 cup finals, didn't we? Beat Southampton, and we lost the Paris Saint-Germain and the Newcastle games. So, but I think they are 9 good games to finish the season on. We need 16 points. I think we'll get those 16 points. Arsenal play before us. Is it Fulham that they've got? We've had a good rest. No footy over the weekend because of the FA Cup. So the lads will be up and raring to go. I did read the matchday programme today online, and he said, look, we will have to be at laser sharp, and we look forward to all the games, and we don't start looking back. So he's onwards and upwards is what he's thinking, and we should be doing the same. We shouldn't let any little distractions get in the way of us getting to achieving our 20th league title. He was asked about, does he reflect on his time here, and he said yes, he does. And he said it is what it is, and he's looking forward to the next 9 games. And he said that the players are as well. He was asked a stupid question, as I said earlier, about how do you pick the players up, but I think with the players going away on international duty and some having a good rest, I think with the ones that went away, it was good to see different faces, or familiar faces, but different setup, and they would have been just like getting minutes and enjoying company of their fellow countrymen. So they've been back for a few days, and obviously they've done training sessions that we're not being adhered to, apart from today, which we will be shown probably later on. And yeah, it's all looking good. Team wise, Ali in goals for me. Connor's going to be an interesting one, whether it's Jarell or Connor. He said that he will make a decision about Connor, a smart decision about him, whether he plays or he gets minutes in the game, where he starts, should I say, or he gets minutes in the game. Me personally, if if the lad's been training for a while, I'd play him. I would. I know Jarrell has played right back, but it's not his position. People have said to me today, what about Curtis in there? What about Endo? Yeah, they're good options to have, but the best option would be give Conor Bradley a go in there. And yeah, it's at home, so he's hopefully not going to be exposed too much. The adrenaline will take him through the game or part of the game before he gets replaced, but I would start with him. Obviously Ibu and Verge. Start with Robbo, left back. Midfield, Ryan, Maka and Dom Slobberslide. Somebody told me he got married in the break. I'm not so sure about that. I've not seen, I don't follow all the players on their social media sites, but somebody said that he'd also got married. So I thought, all right, well done. So congratulations, Dom. And up front, I would go with Cody, Diaz in the middle, and I would go with Mo on the right-hand side. Jota, Nunes on the bench, Elliott on the bench, Jones on the bench. Jarrell Kwanzaa could be on the bench if Connor starts. So, yeah, so we've got good options coming off the bench. Tomorrow's game will be a humdinger of a game for me because the Everton players will be up for it. I know they've got injury concerns down their left-hand side. They didn't... I think they had Mikalenko and... was it Njani or somebody playing down that side? But looks like Ashley Young, Jack Harrison and Idrissa Gueye could be along there. So, you know, let's hope that whoever plays on our right, obviously Mo up front there, we expose those players and try and get something out of the game. I say try. I'm going for a win. You know, people are worried that it's a derby. Everton will turn up. The referee has to be strong for me. I don't know who the referee is. I didn't bother looking, if I'm honest with you. And but he will have to be strong, and he will have to make decisions, and not be waiting ages before booking somebody. If there's a nasty foul, let's get hold of the game straight away. So yeah, so that's my predicted team. I'll do a post-match on Thursday. I will be at the game tomorrow night. I'll be getting back late, so I'm not doing one. So you'll get my post-match reaction on Thursday, possibly around about midday onwards, and I'll give you my thoughts on the game. Other news regarding FSG. Put the contracts to one side. Put the talk about which players are leaving and which players we are going for. It's pointless talking about that. Like I say, we should be focusing totally on these next 9 games. Yeah, Malaga. FSG have inquired of purchasing Malaga. Now, that's what Michael Edwards' remit was when he came back, was football operations director or whatever. And it's his job to find a club for FSG, not in this country, but Europe, South America. I'm not so sure in the USA, but they looked at Bordeaux. That didn't materialise because of the situation that Bordeaux were in. So they've looked at the Malaga and thinking that they can do something there. Now, if I was a Malaga supporter, I would probably be happy that FSG are looking for for us. And if I'm a Malaga supporter, thinking that PSG are also looking at us as well. Now, PSG, well, whoever owns PSG, is it QSI or something like that, or but they're also inquiring about Malaga. Me personally, I'm not a fan of this ownership model. It's not going to affect Liverpool at all in any way, because it'll be a total separate entity to FSG. People think that because it's a sister club, things can be sorted out between the clubs regarding players. It doesn't work that way. Not that I know. I mean, Man City have theirs. Red Bull have got theirs, different ones, but they don't seem to do business between them. So, yeah, it's I'm not a fan of it, because Real Madrid, I don't think, have one. Obviously, we don't have one. Arsenal don't have one. I don't think Bayern Munich have one. So what I'm trying to get at is that, do you need a multi-ownership? Because I talked about the teams that I've just mentioned, that the serial winners, and serial winners don't need to have anything else distracting them from their seasons. So yeah, no bearing on Liverpool at all. Pre-season's already been announced, while this World Club games are going on in, is it in America and Mexico somewhere, or Canada? I'm not too interested in that either. While they're doing that, we'll be going to Hong Kong, China and Japan. So we've never been to Japan, so that'll be really interesting. Interesting in one aspect. Does that mean that we keep Wataru Endo with us next season, because he's the Japanese captain? Me personally, I think if an offer came in for him and it was a good offer for both parties, I think he goes. It's just going to be one of those, whether he's with us or not. So yeah, Liverpool broadening their horizons around the world. So yeah, look out for that. That'll be an interesting take. We'll also see which players going to be on that pre-season as well. Okay, that's enough from me. 2.5 week break. We've some of us have caught the sun, other of us have been bored, and we can't wait for these 9 games to be done and dusted, so we can have a well-earned rest and congratulate ourselves and celebrate the 20th championship that Liverpool fully deserve this season. Okay, if you like this video, please share it, please give me a like. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. We want to get at least 100 subscribers before the season's out, and that will be very nice to take us into pre-season and the next season. Okay, enjoy the rest of your Monday evening, and I will speak to you on Thursday in the post-match. Cheers. Up the Reds.